Hey guys, Stay Patient here, and today I'm going to be addressing the fact that the leaked copy of No Man's Sky was completed so fast and the platinum earned in such a short time. I'll be discussing why we shouldn't be worried for the game based on this news, and also what we learned from it. So if you go onto the games list on psnprofiles.com and find No Man's Sky, you'll see that one person already owns it and has earned all the trophies in less than 3 days. If you hadn't heard, a copy of the game leaked recently and was bought for a lot of money on eBay. The guy who bought it has posted the ending as well as other videos and details about the game, not to mention the fact that he reached the centre of the universe in around 30 hours, which is much quicker than we were led to believe it would take. How did he manage it though? Well, apparently there's a material in the game that you can use to upgrade your warp drive, and the more it's upgraded, obviously the greater distances you can travel using it. Now, I've deliberately avoided his posts and videos, so I don't know the exact details of the exploit or whatever you wish to call it, but he was able to gather a lot of this material and fully upgrade his warp drive, which explains how quickly he reached the centre. I can only assume that maybe materials regenerate over time or something of that nature. So should we be worried about how quickly he finished and start assuming everyone else's experience will be the same when the game releases? Not necessarily. You see, the copy he bought would very likely have been from back in June, which was before the game went gold, in other words before it was finished. During that time, the copies that were being used in the office may well have been debugged. They may have been set up in such a way that allowed the development team to travel around the universe a lot quicker for testing purposes. Maybe the amount of the material required to upgrade your warp drive was temporarily lowered. These are the types of adjustments developers make to the numbers in the coding to facilitate their testing of the game. But let's assume for a moment the worst case scenario that the copy sent out was in fact a finished version without any debugs. If this is the case, then having this one copy leak may have been the best thing that could have happened, because it would have given them chance to fix or adjust it before the game even released. Sean Murray tweeted yesterday, 5 AM at Hello Games, wrapping up a month of work on our first update, lots of new features, balancing and content. So although work on the day one patch was wrapped up only a few days after this guy finished the game, at least his doing so quickly would have made Hello Games aware of any imbalance in the rate at which you can farm the warp drive upgrade material. So if it wasn't down to some kind of debug in the copy the guy bought, then I'm sure changing the rate at which you can upgrade your ship's warp would have been a nice easy fix that is hopefully included amongst the rebalancing changes that Sean referred to. What about the trophies though? Well, the first thing to remember is that the completion time on psnprofiles.com doesn't count all the time you spent on the game. It starts the timing from when you earn your first trophy, so it could have been that this guy had already been playing for a while when his first one popped. Also remember that if he did have access to a fully upgraded warp drive, he may have been able to get to the planets he needed to find certain resources or creatures etc. quicker than we'll be able to when the game actually releases. And if it was a debugged copy he played, then who knows how that may have affected the rate at which he was able to complete the different requirements for the trophies. But if you ask me, I actually think this could well end up being a relatively quick platinum, which in my opinion is a good move by Hello Games. You see, although trophy hunters account for a small percentage of gamers overall, there are still lots of us out there that represent a lot of purchasing potential. So releasing a title that's potentially never-ending for people that enjoy pouring themselves into a single game, but that also sports an easy quick platinum for the trophy hunters out there, really helps them widen their appeal without compromising their vision or the expectations of either type of gamer. Sean Murray had stated that reaching the centre of the galaxy could take hundreds of hours, which is what leads me to believe that the already completed copy was a debugged one, or if not, that Hello Games will have fixed any exploit that allowed it to be finished so quickly. And let's face it, even if you can potentially mainline it to the centre of the universe in 30 hours, that's still longer than many of today's AAA titles take to complete, and they don't have another 18 quintillion planets left to explore. If you're a trophy hunter though, remember, there's no trophy for reaching the centre of the universe anyway, so I'm sure whatever kind of gamer you are, No Man's Sky will have something to offer you, no matter how much time you're planning on putting into it. So thanks for watching guys, keep an eye on my Twitch and YouTube channels next week just in case I get the game early, so you can come and join us for that all-important first stream. We'll soon know how long the game is really going to take, but whatever the case may be, I'm super hyped, so I look forward to sharing the experience with you all. Have a great weekend, and I'll catch you very soon.